Governor of Nandi County 1, Mr. Sang. Governor, welcome so much and thank you for making time for us. What's your comment on this particular occasion? We are swearing in a second deputy president within a span of 2 years of the Kenya Kwanza administration.
No, first I want to take this opportunity to congratulate my friend, my former colleague and my teacher, Professor Kindiki, on his swearing in. Again, as you rightly put, this is the second time we are swearing in a deputy president in 2 years. What I can say is that this occasion has tested the resilience of Kenyan politics, but also the resilience of Kenya's constitutional institutions. That within 2 years, a deputy president has been impeached on account of violations of the constitution. The process has gone through Parliament, the National Assembly, it has gone through the Senate. In fact, the matter has found its way to the courts. The courts have adjudicated on the matter. And as we speak right now, we are staring at history in terms of swearing in of the deputy president in an environment that is calm. So for me, I think this is a clear testimony of the resilience of Kenya's political and constitutional institutions in dealing with situations like this. In other countries across Africa, this would cause a political crisis. In Kenya, we are happy today. Those who are not happy with the process appreciate that this is a constitutional process. Those who are happy are happy. We are all saying that what has won today are not the supporters of the former deputy president or the supporters of the incoming deputy president, but really what has won is the constitutional underpinning of Kenya as a democracy, and that we have provisions that can deal with any situation in our country. Secondly, I think the fact that at the center of all this impeachment process and the replacement of the former deputy president with a new deputy president, at the center of that discussion is the unity of the country. That the former is being accused of not living up to his responsibility as a symbol of national unity. And therefore, the job is well cut out for the new and the incoming deputy president, that he has to bring the Republic of Kenya together, he has to bring all regions together, he has to bring all communities together, and that he must remain a symbol of national unity and support the president in spearheading a united Kenya.
But many Kenyans, or a section of Kenya, are saying, are raising concerns. Why in a span of 2 years? Is this the stability? Is there a problem in the Kenya Kwanza, coalition or administration? Where are we having these, particular looks like there are issues, unsaid issues or unseen issues within the administration?
Politics is politics. I mean, there is always a political bickering in every political formation, both in Kenya Kwanza. You have seen the same is happening in Azimio, it is happening in ODM. So it's normal. In politics, politics is politics. But secondly, I think the former deputy president has gone through the constitutional impeachment process with clear specific issues that were raised about him. And therefore, really, you can't just make blanket accusation. I think the process was clear that there were issues that were raised about him. They went through the National Assembly, they went through the Senate, they have found their way to court. The court has adjudicated partly on the processes, and therefore, really, we must look at this for what it is. It is a constitutional and political processes within the country. In fact, I would be a worried person if Kenya Kwanza had the challenges that we have had with the deputy president, former deputy president, and that because we are unable to utilize the existing constitutional framework, we just say, no, we are not happy with what the former deputy president is doing, but we have no other way out. Let's just live with him for the next 5 years. I think the fact that the Kenyan Constitution 2010 provided for mechanisms of handling these situations is a good thing. So the Constitution anticipated that you could have an office holder who would do or violate certain provisions of the Constitution at the very high level. We have seen impeachments of governors. We have seen removal from office of certain, a former deputy chief justice and many other office holders who have been removed from office. It has never gotten to the level of a deputy president. What that means is that every person in Kenya is subject to the Constitution, and that this message, what you can see happening today will send a clear message to every leader, every office holder in Kenya that nobody is indispensable.
This looks like a special case, Governor. The case of the former DP, Rigathi Gachagua, is still in court, and nobody knows the outcome. What happens if he's clear, or rather the impeachment is set aside by the court?
The law is clear. I mean, that what is happening today has been sanctioned and cleared by court. So once the full hearing of the petition in court is done, and whatever outcome that will come from that process, I am sure the courts will not act in vain. They will provide a mechanism on how to implement whatever decision that they will reach. So really, this is, it's just that clear testament that the Kenyan constitution was well thought out, and therefore let us allow the constitutional processes to go on. In fact, in other republics, we would have sworn in Kindiki if we just wanted the political whims. We would have sworn in Kindiki 2 weeks ago, but we had to wait for the process because we are a law-abiding country.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you so much for your time. And now, just shortly, I want to catch up the Emurua Dikiri Member of Parliament, Johanna Ngeno. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa, for your time. Please, what are your comments about today?
I want to say that today is a very great day, especially because, despite all the issues that this country might be having, what is important for us is the stability of the nation. And today is one of those days that we are feeling our country is being stabilized. The issues that we have had for the last 2 months or 3 months or 6 months, today is the day when actually the decision has been made, and we are believing that this decision which has been made will stabilize this country. And that is